Dun 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 dun. Happy birthday. Dun 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 dun. This is an Aerosmith song. Dun 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 dun.
But Rich walked into her life.
But yeah.
Something out there right now that you want to get. What is that?
Well, I would love to be a big brand, bro. I would love to be a brand of something.
I have to have, like, that's the standard I hold myself.
Wow.
That's my, it's not a competition thing, it's my own yardstick.
We're live right now. If you guys are tuned in through Megamix TV, thank you very big. And maraming salamat po din sa mga nakatune in din sa Facebook. We've got a Facebook stream going for you at Megamix 101.9's Facebook page. Tonight, as promised, to launch our season number 2, we have very special guests. And these guys, well known in the OPM countdowns, we have them right now as number 6 on our weekly top 10 OPM countdown, Mga Bigatin na Hawitin. That counts down every Friday here at Megamix 101.9 FM with Migs. Tonight, let us welcome the one, the only, Top and Polichi, the band they call themselves Suzara. Good evening, sir, mga sirs.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Uy, daming tao dyan.
Daming tao dito. Punong-puno. Good evening to you guys.
Good evening, mga kabayan.
Magandang hapon pa dyan, ha? Mukhang may araw pa dyan, ha? Malakas ang araw ni...
Ito, medyo blaring pa yung araw dito.
Well,
Mataas pa.
how is the Philippines go for you guys right now? I mean, everything safe over there for you?
Well, it's as safe as you make it.
Safe.
Keeping safe.
We see it in the news. We pray for you guys. We hope everything gets better there.
Thank you.
May miss namin talaga umuwi ng Pilipinas. To tell you the truth.
We're on our way.
Let's get there.
Minsan, pagka when you have time, bisita ka when things are better.
Yes. Actually, we're hoping this summer makauwi tayo lahat. I know a lot of our kababayans here on Guam have been, itching to get back into the plane, back to our homelands. But right now, we'll take a break muna. But for the meantime, we have Suzara on TV
sir.
and on radio tonight. Good afternoon, good evening sa inyo.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
Good evening to all of you there sa Guam. Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, so Top, you've been here before.
Yeah, I was there once. I don't recall the exact year. It was between 07 and 09. I would say.
Was that freestyle days still?
I was there. No, post freestyle.
Post,
just
okay.
me.
It's you.
It was just me, and it was great. I had a really memorable time. I was there for under 24 hours lang, but it was
Talk about speed vacation, huh?
Very well.
Oh,
Lahat.
ginawa mo ng Quiapo, ah.
Okay, ginawa nga eh. Mas matagal pa yung traffic dito dati.
Yeah, I remember that actually. It was one of my most. I kind of remember the when you kind of mentioned it a while ago. Yeah, I remember Top being here. We were having a discussion here, saying like, has he been here before? And I knew very well that you have been here, but it was just 24 hours. That's why it's kind of vague. Kasi
I would have stayed longer. Save for the fact I had to double time it back kasi I had a commitment to make.
Pero did you perform, Top?
Yeah, I performed. It was a Phil-American Joint Independence Day celebration.
Nice.
Polichi,
I remember it was good.
What about you? Have you do you like to travel too?
Never been.
You never been to Guam?
Yeah. Never been to Guam, sir. Hopefully,
Hopefully soon.
Malapit na.
Sana.
Hopefully after May 1st. Hopefully.
All right. I kind of told you this a while ago. You guys have been scorching our airwaves your song MTM or Magkasama Tayo Muli has been gaining traction as of late. It's been voted on. It's been requested on. You are currently sitting at number 6 on our weekly top 10 countdown. What can you say about that?
Wow. Thank you.
We'll take it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much,
kabayan.
What?
Maraming salamat sa inyo lahat. Thank you. Maraming salamat.
But let's talk about MTM and this song. As you know, it's very obvious. It was made during the pandemic. I mean, it was something that was kind of. I mean, did the story kind of just come by, and was it easy to write for you guys? Because it seemed like we've all experienced how your lyrics, like, you know, especially yung unang-una eh. No, yung unang lyric eh. That was like legit like. Wait, there's
Hassle naman.
hassle talaga eh. No,
That was it.
when you
That's the whole song.
hassle talaga
The
eh.
whole
No?
song right there.
The whole song right there.
But how
You can summarize the whole song in that lyric.
But how did you guys kind of get through with this song? I mean, were you guys together at the same room? How did you guys come up with this awesome song?
Okay. Top came for a visit one day back in July, Top, di ba? July.
MECQ.
Yeah.
When it was allowed.
Yeah.
With restrictions. When it was allowed.
Kasi he lives in the other end of Manila. Ako nasa QC, siya nasa South. So he was in the area, and he dropped by to say hi. Kamusta kayo dyan? And we got talking to yung nag-usap kami na hassle naman talagang nangyayari, no? Hindi tayo nakikita, walang tugtog, walang ganyan. Talagang wala, no? Hassle talaga, no? Sabi ko, Top, gawa tayong kanta. Sabi niya pala, kailan natin gagawin? Sabi ni Top, ngayon na. Nakikita mo yung gitara? Can you see the guitar on the wall? Yeah.
I see a very dark shadow of a guitar there.
That's a guitar. He picked that up. Tapos ginawa niya yun. Hassle naman.
What? Just like that? Literally, you just made the song.
Doon nagsimula. It wasn't really planned. Talagang. Kasi pag nagsasama kami ni Top, maraming nangyayari. So, maraming nangyayari. Pati sa mga dati.
You have to explain that in context.
Yeah. What does it mean? Maraming nangyayari. It's very general.
Productive things.
So you made this song in a span of just one visit, and then both of you decided, hey, let's go ahead and come together and create an actual band.
You know, we had no plans. It wasn't really something that we had a plan backing it up. It was just we went. So I visited, and then for the time that I had that I could stay at their place, because I had to leave after a couple of hours because there's curfew.
Yeah.
So we started the whole song there. As soon as I got home, we continued online and finished the song. I recorded it at home that night. Next morning, that was the song. There was a first version of it. Which had a couple of chords fewer.
Okay.
It was fewer by a couple of chords. It evolved when things became more official. I guess kasi tinanong ko si Bulichi, sabi ko, Chi, okay, after several songs, after having written and recorded a couple of songs online, I said, Chi, what do you want to do with this? Do you want to, we just upload it and say, hey, high five, we just, virtual high five, and great, call it a day, right?
Yeah.
And then he said, maybe we can have a what's the dream, if there's a dream attached to it, right? Sabi niya, well, sana it can become something, that most any musician, songwriter, artist dreams of. So sabi ko, sige, let's make a proper go of it. And that's when eventually, in a short maybe a few days, we partnered with Balcony, with Rico Blanco. And Rico being a friend of mine also in the industry, and Balcony is his company. we discussed now really shallow. What was initially a 10-minute talk became an hour and a half long phone call, exploring. We were excited, and then it became a proper effort. And that's when what do we call ourselves? So, for lack of a better name, Suzara ka rin naman. Suzara rin naman. Let's just call it Suzara.
Parang Van Halen lang, Bon Jovi, ganun.
Ganun.
Di ba?
But back then when you guys were in your own bands, did you ever wanted to work with each other? Was it something you guys always wanted to do in the future? Baka sakali tayo dalawa, we can be in one band. Was that something you guys also kind of?
Lagi namin napapag-usapan actually dati. Pero we Top wrote some songs for my band, for Circle, madaming songs. Tapos, nagsulat din ako ng konti sa freestyle. So
may collaboration na noon ever since.
Very, parang organic and intentional, collaborative, ready, spot on, collaborative, prepared lang kami. Pero, kasi I was, sa freestyle, ang kabanda ko yung kapatid niya eh. So, si Maraf, si Tat.
Yeah.
So after that, but we've always wanted to work together, in one band or one outfit, I guess. Pero hindi lang nangyari kasi we're so busy with our own goings on, all of which disappeared during pandemic. So ngayon biglang wala kaming masol.
So was the pandemic the reason that you can say that's the reason why we kind of this is the reason why we kind of became Suzara, because pandemic was part of the whole process of it happening.
I would agree because otherwise I'd be busy, he'd be busy.
Busy kami sa Kaya hindi natuloy-tuloy yung dati namin dahil busy kami sa kanya-kanyang
kanya-kanya naming mga gawain. Ngayon, nawala lahat yung major na ginagawa namin. So, I guess that opened up the opportunity for us to actually do something together, bro. We actually didn't have to be physically together for the most part. Yeah. Kasi nga, unang-una bawal. Pangalawa, pwede naman, so we just employed technology and did what we could with it so that we can come up with things that we both like. And MTM was the very first song.
Did you know na magiging click talaga ang MTM? Did you know na yung hassle na yan naging 6 ngayon sa countdown ng Megamix 101.9 FM?
Biruin mo 6 tayo ngayon, Chi. Siguro or last week
7 actually, yeah. You were 7. You're 4 weeks in the countdown. I'm looking at it right now. 4 weeks in the countdown already. And you've been climbing up the charts, and I'm pretty sure after this interview, it'll just climb even higher. We've got some texters already here saying hi to you guys.
Wow.
But when do you know that you've created, a masterpiece? I always ask the artist this because I'm sure you guys know. You know the back of your head. Pwede to. When do you know talaga na, what? This is it right here. When you guys talk to each other, ito na. This is the perfect start for Suzara, this song.
We don't know naman if we have a masterpiece.
We don't.
We know now. We love the
like
song.
it.
We like it. Pinaka-importante. We have this top na it's called the morning test.
The morning test.
Gagawin namin the morning test. You do it sa gabi. And when you sleep, and then you listen to it in the morning. If it still moves you the same like nung kagabi, it passed the morning test. And then we go on.
So parang trials. Parang may trials talaga, no?
Kasi maraming ganun gagawa kami tapos kinabukasan parang hindi masyadong okay. Excited din pala kami ng gabi.
Sort of like dating. It's sort of like dating somebody, right? When you date somebody, you do the morning test too. Parang teka muna. Match ba talaga?
Iba naman yan.
Iba ba yun?
I don't know how you guys do it there, bro. But,
No, I'm playing. But I'm sure you said you wrote this song like snap of a finger. did you guys need the approval of? Did you guys seek the approval of other artists like Rico? What do you think about this? Anong tingin mo? You know.
Alam mo yung process namin ni Rico, because Rico wears a producer hat too. You know, he's so used to it. He's so used to producing songs his own and others too, for other artists as well. One thing that he does with our fellow artists in Balcony is he will curate the songs, because I guess that's before he puts a stamp on it, right? Kasi syempre, it's
no matter what, he's going to be part of that.
Balcony is also a brand, and it's like a restaurant. Before you dole out these recipes, you gotta test them before you even dish it for public consumption. So I guess hindi naman namin ginawa na parang gawin natin para magustuhan ni Rico. No, we'd make them, and then we'd share like a whole bunch of songs, and then Rico would say, "Para like this, ganito. Pero baka can we try this? Can we try this sweet?" And then syempre we'd try, kasi we would always, the three of us, sign off on it before we say, okay, this one's okay, next one.
I see. So that's with the
basically we'll just, Kami ni Belichi will just write what we feel like writing, and we'll put together a song that we, at the end of the day, basta gusto rin namin siya, and then we hope that we can use it. Yeah.
Wow. Do you guys ever like compare like your music from way back when to the music now? The OPM back then, back in the 90s or maybe back in the early 2000s, to the music that the sound now for OPM, is there a big difference, do you think? Or do you think we're just OPM is always had that distinct sound? Or is there a change in the times? Did it evolve? Did it degrade? What do you think?
I think it's always evolving. So it evolved. So it's different. Iba lang yung sound ngayon, diba?
Yeah, I can tell. For me, there's a lot of bands coming out. It's very different from when, the days of freestyle, the days of back then. It's way different, right? I mean, gone are the days now that you can hear. We can't really compare it to back then because we're in pandemic, but we don't know how the club scene would be now, with OPM, because we've been on hold. Usually what I love about the Philippines is whenever I go to these bars, or these clubs or these places where they have OPM bands coming together and playing, it's so elevated in me na parang even if I'm a top 40 hit DJ here, listening to top 40 music most of the time, playing it, but when OPM comes up, it's a different high, because not only do you see the artists, you see how you guys really love your craft. I remember when I went back, just watching you guys play, for me it was like, wow, this is, for me, I would love OPM to be mainstream. Meaning, when I say mainstream, is I would love OPM to be what K-pop is now. You know what I mean? Like, where we can get the music that you guys produce, whether it's English. You guys do, by the way, your next. I don't know if I can talk about your next single already, but it's something the world can hear and relate to, because the language is there. We can speak English very well, but the music, it's on a different level. That's how I see it, and I think it's up to par to what other countries are doing. But where do we start to help make OPM to that level? What do you think is needed to make us get to that level? But if not already, you think we're already in that level?
I think quality-wise, ando naman tayo eh.
Yeah, it's true.
Andun tayo. It's just that I think that siguro there are a lot of variables that unfortunately are beyond an artist's control insofar as getting your music out for global consumption. You know, there's a lot of administration that goes into it, etc., etc. I think on our end, as artists and musicians, our job, our duty is to try our best to make the best music that we can make for ourselves. So that goes for every other artist. Kasi different artists have different styles, different types of music that they want to share, different flavors, if you will, and that's our job. I think kayo in global media, if our work merits your support and you backing it up, then I think that can be a really good 1-2 punch towards towards a good round for OPM.
Yep.
Yun talaga yung parang tandem eh. Parang teamwork, it's teamwork. We have to do the best for our job and we have to hope that we give you something good enough for you to put your stamp on to push.
True. And Bolucci, what can you say? Oh, you're going to go with what he said.
Yeah, what he said. And then, naalala ko dati, remember back in the 90s or 80s, there was parang nagkaroon ng rule na for every 4 foreign song, you have to play 1 OPM.
No, there's a law. There's a law. It's actually a law that mandates. I don't know if there's ever been an amendment to it, but there's a law that mandates that you have to play at least 4 OPM tracks within an hour.
In radio in the Philippines. In radio in the Philippines,
yes,
you're talking about.
The thing is, OPM by definition under that law is original na Pilipinong mang-aawit. That means you could be a Filipino singer singing a cover of a foreign song, and that'll count for 1.
Okay.
So it's not necessarily a Filipino song, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you're complying. What's sad is, and hopefully hopefully things turn for the better path. What's sad is there's actually a law that mandates playing OPM without the law. Baka wala.
Ganun nga eh.
But there are efforts here that really spearhead OPM already. Lalo na ngayon, when the whole country is experiencing a surge of new music from everybody being cooked at home.
Yeah.
Kasi natututo na lahat ng tao mag-record sa bahay eh. You don't really need a studio anymore as much as we did before.
Yeah.
Ngayon sa bahay, you have a setup, go do it. All the tools are online anyway,
True.
so you can do it. So mas maraming lumalabas na bagong mga awitin. And hopefully, number one, tangkilikin ng sariling atin.
Yun nga. That's why I brought it up. Kasi
yun ang importante that we consume it. We have to be the first to consume it before the world does, right? Like, let's say go to K-pop, they love their pop. They couldn't care less if the world listened to it. They love it. Sa atin, sana umabot sa ganung level ng
kasi
diba?
Yeah.
Kaya ako nabanggit kasi sa atin, 'di ba, baliktad. 4 na Tagalog songs or OPM songs sa loob ng isang oras. Sa ibang bansa hindi ganoon. Indonesia, baliktad. Kailangan
More.
Mag-play ka ng 4 na English sa loob ng isang oras. Pero lahat 'yun Indonesia.
Bakit kaya? I mean, if you dig deep, if you dig deep and
Korea,
think,
South Korea, ganun.
if you dig deep and think about what the reason for this is, if the world is doing it that way, why are we doing it this way in the Philippines? I mean, if you just to pick your brains, and what is your best get, your hypothesis in this?
Mahirap yan. Ulit.
Ako, siguro, the influence culturally of generations of colonial mentality.
Yes, yun na mismo.
It's by default. It's not the fault of the listeners. It's just
How we were brought up.
it's how we were brought. kami rin, when we were brought up, kami nila Belichi, because we did a lot of growing up together. The music that we loved was, if we loved a whole bunch of Filipino songs, you have to times siguro times 20 times 50 pa nun yung gusto namin na foreign songs.
Oh.
Because yun yung songs na kinalaki natin eh. And unfortunately for us, late tayo sa game of doling out songs with the intention of sharing it with the world, whereas the West has been doing that ever since. You know, an artist releases something in LA, it's going to be heard everywhere. Here in Manila, in Kuala Lumpur, in Singapore, marinig na lahat yun dun. Kaagad, automatic, because they're coming from the umbrella, which is sila, and it's all trickling down. Tayo, our way is to work our way up.
Oh.
Right? Sila umbrella. Let's say, for example, Bruno Mars releases something. Of course, it's magnificent. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But the moment he releases it, the whole world hears it. Right?
It rocks.
Tayo,
Yeah, it goes on radio. It goes on Spotify. It goes crazy. Yeah.
Everywhere. It's a global program, marketing, and you know,
massive.
it's a global machine for them. Tayo, from the Philippines, wala pa sigurong ganong klaseng global efforts, yeah, but it's not really like the machinery that they have. And they've been doing this for decades upon decades. Tayo, bago pa lang tayo na we have music that, if you sift through all the music that we have today here in the Philippines, ang daming pwedeng iba to sa labas.
Yes.
But who's gonna do it?
With you can make it.
Yeah. We hope so.
Sana.
Well,
Well,
we
with
hope
your
so.
support,
With you can.
Brad. With your support.
And I was talking about their single "With You" guys. We have not played it yet here in the studio, but we are going to release it soon. But like I said, it's
please.
something that the world needs to hear. Not too long ago, when of course with the help of social media. I'm not sure if you know that Easy Mill, that Easy Mill dude, who all of a sudden caught flame because of one video of him speaking. He was born and raised there or whatever. He can speak great English. It's like he's from. Then all of a sudden he clicks into Tagalog, and then boom, he becomes, you know, he gets even those in the world, around the world, who don't even understand Tagalog, all of a sudden say, oh my goodness, and they have no idea what he's saying. But because of that, he's already getting a lot of attention. But you know,
galing din. Galing na
Nagtsabakano pa siya eh.
what was that?
Taga
Buluchi?
Zamboanga siya, kaya.
Zamboanga ba siya?
Nagtsabakano? Yeah.
Oh.
May Ilocano pala.
Nag-Ilocano siya eh. Ilocano, and then nag-ano siya.
Ilocano.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, Ilocano siya.
Mali ako
oh.
to. Ilocano pala.
Oh.
Ilocano.
Saka magaling siya musician.
Yeah, I mean
He's a good musician too.
But see, the thing is, that was in the States, right? All of a sudden, everyone in the Philippines like, oh my God, who's this Easy Mill guy? Does it matter that you are from the States and you're from the Philippines? This location, is there like a geo-fencing? I don't know what's going on, but why is it that when somebody over there, all of a sudden, you're worldwide, you're world famed? Like say, with music like With You, which is of par, I can say, of par to what good music it should be and should sound like. How do we get it to that? You know, and I'm sure it takes a lot of work, right? And I know the Sony guys are be working like, yeah, we're going to work on this. They want to work on this really well,
Sony's
right? Our Sony friends there are going to work on it really well. But if you were to compare this, now I'm not saying the other countries don't have good music, right? But it's really that good. Like I can say that if you were to first listen to that track, nothing wrong with MTM. I love it. Like I said, this is a story on its own. But if you listen to that track and you just kind of close your eyes and not know who the singer is, you'll be like, wait, these guys from LA? You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? And it's because it's that powerful in terms of just you know how you created it. But let's not get there yet.
Yeah,
but
we're happy you like it.
I do.
That you like it. We take it. We'll take that too. That's a win for us too. That's a win for us.
I don't just like it. I love the song. It's
a
on my
bigger win for us.
it's on my saved. Yeah, it's on my saves.
Salamat.
But then that's just
I
me.
think
I have a different ear. See, but I'm sure other people would have their take on it.
Yeah, everything's relative, I guess. But going back to Easy Mill, it was cooked outside of the country, and then hinaindi to all of a sudden it blew up. Again, babalik tayo sa cultural na, I don't know, because we have, let's cite for example, Arnel Pineda.
Yun.
Of Journey, right? Arnel has always been a ridiculous singer. Dito with his bands, Zoo, 9mm, and he was always a singer na pag naka-alternate namin, we go, what the hell is this guy doing? Ganun, di ba? And then Journey picked him up, and then all of a sudden the whole country knows him.
Yep.
And lays claim over him, right?
Yep.
Ganun eh. Minsan, if you head out, and then you get the stamp from outside, and then it sort of certifies you.
Parang ganun nga.
Parang certified ka na. Pagbalik
Medyo sad yung part na yun. No?
Yeah. Oo, kasi kumbaga tinangkilik muna siya ng labas bago natin tinangkilik yung sariling natin. Eh, natin yun, taga dyan lang yun.
Oh nga. Dyan lang siya, di ba?
And there are so many like him that are, well, not me, hindi naman singing crowd. I'm not saying that, but there's so many like him in the sense that there's so many beautiful voices, beautiful songs that would otherwise not be heard if they had not been claimed by the West, or if they had not been stamped with approval by the West.
Mm-hmm.
Saka lang biglang mapapansin sa atin, diba? Like if you're an American Idol finalist, or these international singing contests, and you're a finalist there, pero you're Pinoy, all of a sudden you come home, it's like a grand homecoming. But you've been singing here, busting your chops and working your ass off, and nobody's paying attention. Relatively nobody, right? Parang ganun lang din.
Remember what happened to Charis, di ba?
Charis Pempenko.
Yeah, she didn't win the contest here. Tapos biglang
she went out, all of a sudden, boom.
Nakita ni Oprah, nakita ni, who's the producer guy?
David Foster.
David Foster. Yun, biglang.
Nakita ni
David Foster
yan. Dahil kay Oprah.
Oo.
Diba? And she's incredible singer, diba? So, of course she was Charisse then. Pero just the same, she's magaling na magaling, pero tinangkilik lang natin nung inakap siya nung iba.
Oh.
Diba? Otherwise, walang pansinan. I guess, ganun talaga. We have a lot of time, I guess, that we need to grow out of that.
But
in
you guys,
the meantime, it's our responsibility to try to make the best of our work. We have to work hard for you guys.
Wait,
and for us.
Well, like I said, I'm very appreciative of your work, your music, guys. Now that the Suzara cousins are together, I'm sure you can make waves. And if you guys tuned in right now, if you listen to With You tell me what you think as well. I'm sure you can get it online already, but we'll be playing here in the future. And I'm more excited about this. And what's in the future, though? Speaking of which, for you guys, before we go, what do you guys have in store for everybody, all your fans and all those who are following Suzara and this growth, this big lung, these two cousins, all of a sudden, just boom, all of a sudden, here we are. We're in a band. We're in for the long haul now, right? So, what's in it for the future for you guys? Like, what do you have plans to rule the world?
Rule the world. Yeah. We're coming out with the third single. But right now we're just promoting the two. yung itong With You nga and MTM. And then, I don't know kailan nilalabas yung the next single. It's gonna be in Tagalog again. And we're excited about that.
Initially kasi, when we released MTM last Feb, and then With You was in March, initially, the plan was to share a new song. Because we have a bunch of songs, they're all lined up already. It's just kinu-queue lang, preparing each one before sharing it. The plan was to share one monthly.
One.
Until, a song every month.
I mean, how many songs could you make now on an album? Back then, you'd have to really have like, back then in CDs, pag binili natin yung CDs, there's like what? 15, 20, 17, 18, 20 songs? How many, do we still have those kind of albums where we make so much songs to, nowadays, you could just make a single and make money out of that.
Well,
2-3 songs.
Kasi the landscape is different now.
Yeah.
The landscape now is so much different from before. Before you wanted an album, in my experience, it was about 10 or 12 songs, 2 or 3 of which will be released as singles. Then you have every other song as they're just part of the album. Pero I think yung discarte natin with Balcony is pretty non-trad, very non-traditional. So that's why single muna, single, and then we'll have enough singles. If by the time that nth single is ready, if the other songs are ready, let's just put it all out, and then it's an album now. So that single goes out, whether it's the 4th single, siguro, with the 4th will be the other songs also if they're ready. Then that's when we release the album. But you don't. If you notice, MTM was out. We just shared MTM. And then With You came out, and we just shared With You and started promoting just the 2. And then with the 3rd one, we'll still promote the 2, but more of the 3rd. So parang ganon. Until mabuo yung album, wala na atang, kailangan mo ng 10, kailangan mo ng 15 kanta. I don't think that applies today anymore because not like before, it was required before. Right now, hindi na requirement. It's just.
But how many songs?
There's no harm in doing it. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
Let me ask you this: how many songs do both of you now have in storage? Can you say you have? Like, how many songs do you guys have in storage? Because if you could make one song in a matter of a visit, grab Bolichi's guitar in the wall and just all of a sudden make a MTM hit song like that. I mean, how many songs do you already have that you think you can put this part of your,
Ganda na story niyan. Pero I think Top would explain it better kung paano nangyari.
Kasi, okay, konting backstory to the answer there. Kasi in October, in our virtual meeting with Rico, wherein we shared, I think, about 4 songs. 4 of the songs since we started with MTM, but we weren't really making naman every day. It's just pag trip namin, so gagawa tayo sa paginyan. October, when that meeting happened, Rico liked the songs, but he posed a challenge to us. And guys, can we write more songs so that we can see a direction? An analogy would be, okay, we're on a ship. We have a good song there, a good song there, a good song there, a good song. But we have 3 or 4 songs and we still don't have a definite heading. So what's Suzara like music-wise? Where are you going musically? What's your place now musically? Where are you? Where's your head? So Bolichi and I took the challenge, of course, and we reconnected with Rico before Halloween. So we started writing more songs first week of October. Before Halloween, we had another 20 songs.
Wow.
So, kasi
a lot of songs.
Our practice then, and we pressed pause since November. So the holidays were coming. It was the first pandemic holiday season, and we didn't know what was happening. So, konting preno muna. Anyway, we created, a good bunch, I guess, from us to select a first batch from. But our practice was to write and record a song every day. One
song a
song.
day.
One song every day.
And I could only record at home at night kasi wala naman ako studio room. So I record in the sala.
Mm.
So in my living room, at night, everything outside is quiet. That's when I can record. No beautiful dogs barking, no cars passing, construction happening at the neighbors. Wala yun. Pag gabi, tahimik eh. Doon ako magre-record. So every morning, when Bolichi wakes up, he'll see an email from me, a message from me on Viber. It says, "You've got mail." So that's the new song. So that's every morning. But of course, if you count it, we weren't able to do it every day because sometimes there were other things that had to be handled that would not allow me to record at night. So pero we have a good bunch now. But that was our process.
That's great.
So ngayon, it's nice kasi we didn't really expect it to happen that way anyway. Hindi namin sinadya. Sinabi lang, we just forced ourselves, gawa tayo. And then we started enjoying it. And then we had all these thoughts and messages. And then we just tried to use a message and a thought per song. And that's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much. You guys are amazing. I want to pick your brain some more, but we're kind of out of time. Bolichi, thank you so much as well for being...
Thank you.
All of a sudden, naging madilim dyan ah. Parang biglang nawala na yung gitara na... Todo.
Gumagabi na eh.
Okay.
Yung gitara niya naging auditorium.
Auditorium na.
Bakit medyo...
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Sunset
The
with you
sunset
guys.
is perfect for you. You got a nice balcony going over there.
Yeah, and
Does your neighbors ever kind of come up to you? Oh yeah, you're from Bucky. Does your neighbors ever come up to you and say like, "Oy, no, top, pakanta naman dyan ng isang sabihin mo na on your balcony." Do you ever get like instant
Wala naman,
requests?
pero hindi kasi this we're finishing moving into this house.
Okay, so still new
But in
neighbors.
the other house,
They don't know yet.
We're moving out. When we're moving out, we've met some neighbors, all of whom are great. But in the old house, pag nagre-record ako sa gabi, so syempre kahit nakasarado yung bintana sa sala, they can hear sa labas. And then when I'd stop, may magte-text. Top, tapos ka na ba? Nagiinuman pa kami. Baka pwede ka pa mag-record. Ganun lang.
Ginawa kang entertainment live.
Bolichi, are you also in the south? Or where are you from? You QC, diba? You're from QC.
QC.
All right. Well, again, you guys are amazing. Thank you for joining me here today. Talk to our fans. Talk to your fans and talk to your listeners and our listeners here at 101.9 FM. Invite them to listen to your awesome music as Suzara.
Hey, kabayans, thank you. Maraming salamat sa pagtangkilik ng tugtog namin. Lalim Salamat sa inyo. And please stand by for the next single. With you, darating na. So, thank you very much.
Through Megamix yun.
Through Megamix, yeah.
Through Megamix. And maraming salamat. Thank you, kabayan man o hindi. We understand that listeners of Megamix are the whole mix of Filipinos and not. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for spending time with us ngayon and for inviting us over. And we look forward to the next time.
All right. Thank you so much. We're going to be playing MTM one more time for everybody here tonight.
By the way, bro.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't want to be. I don't want to be remiss on inviting everybody.
Sure.
On Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, we're Suzara Music. Just look for us. Let's get connected. Let us know what you think of the music. Drop us a line or whatever, and we'd love to hear from you. So just search Suzara Music on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. All of which are pretty new to us. Admittedly, you'll see because these are all new pages. Also on YouTube, it's Suzara Music. And dahil bago pa lahat yan, At least pwede tayo magsama-sama kahit bago pa.
Yeah.
Habang bago pa yung pages. They're all new pages and we're looking forward to meeting everybody there.
The best of luck to you
Salamat
guys
sa inyo
and
lahat.
Suzara. The best of luck. I have one more pahabol na question because it's all over my my face right now. Your shirt says "I value music," right? How do you
Yeah.
one word? Why do you value? We'll start with Bolichi. Why do you value music?
Sobra. It's my life. It's my life ever since. So, teka. It's hard to answer that.
Is it?
Value music.
Yeah, it's I
That's
value.
a
you.
nice
I
shirt.
think
That's a nice shirt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a nice shirt.
Thank you. Thank you. Go print yours.
I'm gonna put that on my. I'm gonna put that OPM music though. I value OPM music. That's gonna be mine.
Yeah. That'll be spot on. Ako, why do I value music? It's my air.
It's the air you breathe.
Yun.
I live and breathe it.
Without
Kahit
the,
nasa banyo ako, matutulog ako. There's music, even if I'm quiet, I'm thinking about it. I try to live by it in the sense na what I love most about music is harmony. So even the way that I, conduct myself with others, I always look for that harmony because that's where the music is,
Thank you. Bolichi, thank you so much.
Yun
Bolichi.
sa akin yun.
Did you have an answer
Yun
already?
yun.
Yep, I did.
Okay.
Wala.
Imagine mo going through this pandemic without music.
Oh
di ba?
yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
So, yun na mismo. That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to say.
Essential. Although non-essential kami.
I think it's
That's
essential in a way if you think about it. It's essential to keep people sane. Music keeps people sane. Good music, at least,
Yeah.
keeps people sane. All right, the best of luck to you
I
guys.
think we're musical tayo lahat. Pinanganak ko tayo musical.
It's like a circle, eh?
naturally.
No, parang we're connected no matter what through music. I mean, if you think about it, it's like a
Yeah.
circle of life.
Yeah.
Same way. I mean, can you imagine a world
Universal
without music?
language, bro.
Yeah, universal language.
Universal language.
You don't need to explain things. Just sing it, listen, and that's it. That's all. I love what you guys do. I appreciate you guys again. Please support Suzara.
Take care.
Their song MTM is on number 6 right now, the weekly top 10 countdown. Every Friday, Migs counts it down for you. The most bigatin na hawitin every week Friday. So get your votes in. You like their music, support them. Let's get them to number 1. That's the goal. That's the goal. You're actually right below Easy Mill. So Easy Mill is 5, and then you're at 6, but Easy Mill's already on the drop.
Wow.
So wow, great stuff, guys. All right, good night over there, and
Thank you so much.
I hope to see you one of these days, maybe in the future. Come to Guam and give us an awesome concert for both of you. We'll
Yeah.
finally
Looking
get
forward
Suzara.
to it.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Looking forward to
Maraming
that. Let's make that
salamat.
happen.
And thank you also to
Salamat
din.
Nicolo, who is also on the stream here. I'm sure you can hear us, but thank you to Sony Music for making this whole OPM Connoisseur
Yes, sir.
show happen. This is episode number 1 of season 2. Thank you very much again. And maraming salamat.